Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? I have awesome news. I got awesome news. Really, this is the thing that I think will make your Christmas. Because the Saints went and lost on Thursday Night Football, they can't ruin your Christmas Eve. How about that, huh? How about that for some positive spin? You don't have to worry about the Saints on Sunday making you stress out and worry about, are they going to win, they can lose, Derek Carr going to choke, is Dennis Allen stink, all the frustration that goes along with watching this Saints football team. They already took care of it, so enjoy your Christmas. Rams beat the Saints 30-22. We talked about it, one of the easiest calls of the year. I thought the easiest game to call all season was the Detroit game. There was not a single spot on the field where the Saints were better than the Lions. Pick the Lions, they won easily. We know that. Last night might have been the second easiest, not only because the Rams are one of the hottest teams in the NFL, but also, like we talked about, the situation, traveling. Short week, having to go over 2 time zones. It was an awful spot for the New Orleans Saints, and it showed that the way it played out. The Saints came out sluggish and got down, and ultimately the Rams built up a big lead. The Saints would rally a bit late, but it would be too little, too late. I don't know that this is a necessarily a death blow to the season, even still. Because the division is so bad, nobody seems to want to win the division. You still got a great shot. All that has to happen is if Jacksonville goes and beats Tampa this weekend, then you're right back in the same situation you were going into this weekend. And so then you go to Tampa with a chance to take the lead in the division. And if you beat Tampa and Atlanta, you win the division and you're hosting a playoff game. So improbably, despite how anemic, how inept, how poorly coached this team is, if Jacksonville beats Tampa on Sunday, the Saints again control their own destiny in the NFC South, which is crazy to think, and it's also an illustration of how awful this division is. A couple of things. You know, golly, you had a shot too, y'all. You had a shot in the first half. You get the ball to start the game. You convert 3 first downs, and you get to a 3rd and 7 at the Rams 31. 3rd and 7 at the 31. You're in field goal range. You're at the 31. All you can't do is take a sack. Derek Carr takes a sack. And now you're at the 37, which, by the way, in the year of our Lord 2023, in the NFL, if you're at the 37-yard line, you should be lining up for a field goal. But Dennis Allen made the wrong choice. He cut Will Lutz. He kept Blake Grupe. He missed on that decision, and so you punt. And hell of a punt by Headley. You down him at the 5-yard line. And the Saints let him go 95 yards for a score. So you're down 7-0. Saints get the ball back. Start moving the ball again. You get inside the 40 again. Yep. 3rd and 5 at the Rams 39. Derek Carr threw a fastball to Chris Olave. Was a little behind him. 4th and 5. Let's go for it. From the 39. Let's not worry with a long field goal. We don't trust our kid. We punted last time, so let's go for it this time. Derek Carr was sacked. Give him the ball at midfield. 48-yard line to be exact. The one thing you can't do in those two situations is take a sack. Both times, Derek Carr, your 10-year veteran quarterback, took awful sacks. Brutal. Your defense did bow up inside the 5-yard line, held to a field goal. So it's 10-0. And after they missed a field goal, I'll be damned. Deep shot, Rashid Shaheed, it's 10-7. As badly as you've played, as much as you've been outplayed, it's 10-7. The Saints force a 3 and out. You get the ball with 1:41 to go in the half. You got a chance to go take the lead. You got a chance to take the lead before halftime. You get to the Rams 42. 4th and 5. Here we go again. Let's go for it, man. 4th and 5. Go for it. Derek Carr throws it to a big open space with nobody in the area. I guess it was intended for Jawan Johnson. How incompetent is this quarterback? And oh, by the way, how incompetent is your coaching staff that in that situation with 2 timeouts, what are you in a hurry for? You milk the clock, and the worst case scenario is you punt and leave them no time. But instead, you went fast, didn't use any of your timeouts, and you gave them the ball with a minute left. Boom, 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 with half a field, and they're in the end zone before the touchdown. With a touchdown before the half, it's 17-7. They get the ball to start the second half and drive right down inside the 5. You came up with a red zone stop again. They kick a field goal, but they're up 20-7. For all intents and purposes, at this point, the game's over. But Derek Carr throws an awful interception. Now the game is really over after another short field touchdown, 27-7. They go to 30-7, and then we all know what happened. Under 7 minutes to play, that's when the Emperor of Empty Yards shows up. You damn right. And boy, did he make it look good. I'm telling you what, a 12-play, 75-yard touchdown drive followed by a 2-play, 35-yard drive. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Heck yeah, brother. Derek Carr. 100 years from now, when they look at the box score of the Rams Saints from Thursday Night Football in December of 2023, you know what they're going to see? They're going to see that Derek Carr was 27-40 for 319, 3 tutties and a pick. Quarterback rating of 106.1. They're going to go, man, wasn't Derek Carr's fault that night. He lit it up. No Jimmy Graham. Taysom Hill had 2 rushing attempts in the game. You want to blame the defense? They weren't good, but consistently your offense gave the Rams short fields. They had drives that started the 48, the 42, the Saints 41, the Saints 44. Consistently, the Rams had a short field against the Saints defense. Oh, man. Everything's bad. Coaching's bad. Defense is bad. Your offensive line is bad. All of it. Chris Olave dropped passes. The line didn't block. Your running game was non-existent. All of it's bad. I get it. But y'all need to stop protecting Derek Carr. Because there's still some of y'all saying, but the offensive line, but the running game, but the defense, but Pete Carmichael. It's not all Derek Carr. Y'all. That sentiment would be fine if we were talking about a rookie third-round pick who's feeling his way through the league. Even a rookie first-round pick who's feeling his way through the league. At this point, you are talking about a 10-year NFL veteran. The book is out on Derek Carr. There is no ambiguity. We know who and what he is. We have seen this movie for a decade now. In 10 years as a starter, Derek Carr is 70-87. His teams have made the playoffs twice. He is a average, at best, quarterback. Stop trying to protect him. We know what he is. The sacks are unforgivable for a 10-year veteran. The interception was unforgivable for a 10-year veteran. The 4th down pass to no one, I guess it was intended for Juwan Johnson, is unforgivable for a 10-year veteran. He is not a great quarterback. And if your team isn't great, a great quarterback elevates your team. When Joe Burrow was a second-year player, his offensive line was a sieve, and their defense finished that season 15th in the NFL. And they were a shot to Jamar Chase down the sideline away from winning the Super Bowl because their quarterback elevated the rest of the team. And I've heard this nonsense. Well, Joe Burrow is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Not when he was a second-year player coming off a devastating knee injury and got his team to the Super Bowl. You know what he is? An elite quarterback. You know what Derek Carr isn't? An elite quarterback. Stop protecting him. I get it. There's nothing you can do about it now. You gave the man $100 million in guaranteed money. He's on your roster next year. You are tied to him for at least another season. But if the thought is, well, you got to give him help, that is the wrong thought right now. Because you've got to acknowledge he is never winning anything of significance for you. In this season, this division, the worst division in football, where everything fell in your favor, where you continuously faced backup quarterbacks, no Kirk Cousins, no Daniel Jones. We're acting like Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones are something special. And no Anthony Richardson. Y'all, the best quarterbacks you faced all year were Matthew Stafford, who's 40 years old, and Jared Goff. It's the best quarterbacks you faced all year. And you're going to finish sub 500. You got your ass beat at home by Baker Mayfield. You lost on the road to Desmond Ridder. You've got to start looking toward your future. I know I've screamed about it from the mountaintops. The Saints have used a first-round pick on a quarterback once in 56 years. They're not going to do it. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be in any way unclear about what I feel. And you know what I feel because I've told you about Derek Carr since they made this signing. Since they signed him, I told you, average at best quarterback. And a lot of you pointed the finger at me. Oh, what a hater. You just hate Derek Carr. I don't hate Derek Carr. I don't know Derek Carr. Seems like a great guy. Man, husband, father, person, all that stuff. And that's what that matters most in life. But we all collectively know what he is as an NFL starting quarterback. And what it is an average at best player. He's a guy that stat compiles late in blowouts, who's never won anything of significance and never will. You don't reinvent yourself a decade into the NFL. He's going to be on the roster next year, but you better get your future on that roster and give him a redshirt year behind him and then move forward in 2025 with whoever that is going to be. And it better not be with Dennis Allen at the head. And yet, go win in Tampa a week from Sunday, and you're right back in the driver's seat. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.